Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well, and welcome back to TWITS, this week in the saddle. Okay, before we get on with the show, let's have a little bit of a question for you. How long do you think I've been posting videos to YouTube? Well, last Friday, which I think was July the 4th, it was this channel's 17th birthday, would you believe? Absolutely incredible. Now, I wasn't always posting motorbike stuff back then, and it wasn't as regular, but that's when I posted my first YouTube video. Anyway, 1,400 videos and 110 million views later, you're still here and I'm still making videos. So thank you very much for that. All right, without further ado, we've got a packed TWITS this week. All sorts of stuff to cover. Let's start off, shall we, with a little bit of a ride out to a bike meet.
So you join myself and Mrs. Fly riding out to a bike meet. We're currently on Cop Hill. We're heading towards Oxfordshire. The last time we went to a bike meet together was about this time last year. We went to Cassington, which was a fantastic meet up, and we were going to go again this year. It was actually last Monday that Cassington was on, but it was like the day after we got back from the ABR Festival, and we were absolutely, well, knackered basically. But check out this evening. This is a Monday, and we're on our way to a meet-up that's held annually that we heard about at Cassington last year, and this is at a place called Ludgers Hall, or it could be Ludgers Hall, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm sure we'll find out tonight. And that's up sort of Bicester way. So at the moment we're in Princes Risborough. We're heading up towards Tame and then on towards Ludgers Hall. I think there's going to be some quite nice roads up there. We shall find out, and then we shall see what the bike meet's like. I'm not expecting it to be as big as Cassington, but hopefully there'll be some interesting bikes to have a look at there. It's an absolutely beautiful evening for a ride out anyway. Not that we really need an excuse. Right, speak to you shortly. Alright, wind on 20 minutes or so, and we're now just beyond Tame. We've crossed actually from Oxfordshire back into Buckinghamshire again, so maybe this is in Buckinghamshire, not sure. But as you can see ahead, we've picked up a number of other bikes. So even though we don't really know where we're going, basically just following these guys. I'm sure they're all going to the same place. Let's hope so anyway. It's good to be back out on the Royal Enfield. Haven't ridden this for a little while actually. I think the last time I rode the Enfield was when Lamb Chop came around and we went for a little spin. So it's good to give it a little bit of a run out. I thought this was the ideal opportunity. It's feeling good actually. It's perfect for these sort of ride outs. So just come through a very pleasant place called Long Crendon. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think we've picked up even more bikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 6 ahead of us. And Mrs. Fly is still behind me, so that's good. Don't think we can have too far to go now. Oh, this is all very splendid. The bike 2 ahead of me appears to be a CCM. You don't see many of those on the road, do you? And presumably with the news that they went into administration, it was last month, won't be seeing too many more unfortunately. They do look great, those bikes, but these low volume machines do come with their quirks unfortunately, which may have been their downfall. Another cracking little town. This is the town or village of Brill, which is rather Brill. Made infamous, of course, because this was where the great train robbery took place. And that's another story. What an absolutely stunning view as we come out of Brill. This whole area across here is known as Aylesbury Vale, which presumably just means Aylesbury Valley. Looks nice in the summer evening sunshine. Turned out to be a nice little ride out this, even if the meet-up turns out to be rubbish, which I'm sure it won't be. Okay folks, welcome to Ludgers Hall. Let's park up, see what we can find. Thank you. So, how does this work then? Left here I think. Wow, quite a turnout. So we've parked the bikes up and just at the end of the road here. I think we're a bit late arriving, but there's all sorts of stands and things down here. I can hear some music the lot, so it's quite a big do, it appears. That's a nice little ride, wasn't it, Carol?
Yes, I enjoyed that.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely evening for it as well.
Yes.
So we were just talking to a chap that we met just as we parked up there. We were trying to work out how often this, I mean obviously it's annually, but we don't quite understand what the logic is to when it's held. Everybody seems to know it as the week after Cassington. But then, of course, you need to know when Cassington is, and I've no idea when that is either. So it's all a sort of, you have to be in the know for these bike meets, it appears. But anyway, we're in the know now, Carol, so we're proper bikers. Oh, look, there's a tram. That's the last time we came, I think I was on one of those, wasn't I? Or when we came to Cassington.
Yes,
yeah.
we were.
Gosh, all sorts of stuff here. Hello there, nice to meet you. How you doing?
Hello.
You come here often?
Every year.
Yeah.
I watch the channel all the time.
Oh, good man. So you're on it now, by the way.
Hello,
so,
hello, me.
How we were just talking about.
Because I'll be watching this.
Good. How do you know when this is on then? Because we only know it's being the week after Cassington.
My mate lives up here.
Right.
So he always tells me and he badgers me to come up. And this morning I thought, no, I'm not going, it's too wet. And then it came over lovely, so I ducked in, filled out, and
fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. Me too. Good choice. What's your name, by the way?
Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave. I won't shake your head. Nice to meet you, Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Excellent.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Flyer. How's the Suzuki?
What? Suzuki? Oh, get with the programme.
That's right.
She's up there.
You can't get the viewers. What is that? See anything you fancy, Carol?
Anyone I fancy?
No, any
Not
bikes
yet.
you fancy. Blimey.
Sorry.
Try and give you a bit of a flavour of what's here. It can be quite tricky to look round these places when you're a celeb like Mrs. Flyer.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I tell you what, the food here smells amazing. Let's have a look over this little wall here, hang on. Fancy a bit of Indian. It's getting noisy now, we're getting near the band. Speak to you in a minute.
I said I can't explain, I can't explain.
Diane, I've been following you guys. No, following him, you mean? Oh, stop it. Put it away.
Got to stop it apparently. Some of Carol's favourite bikes here, the Moto Guzzi's. Well, a Moto Guzzi, check this out. Complete with, what's that called, Carol? Dan told us this last time, you should know. It's the ham slicer, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
It's a flywheel, it spins around and, well, they wouldn't let you do it this day and age. You love a Moto Guzzi, don't you?
Absolutely. Completely.
Good.
And utterly.
Oh, look, there's an old BSA, look at that.
I do like that.
Nice colour.
Yes, lovely.
Cool. It's quite a big do. What's that there? It's sort of Norton-y, isn't it? Yeah, that's a proper bike, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh, Triton. It's a Norton and Triumph cross. It's usually a Triumph engine in a Norton frame.
You learn
Sounds
something
like I
new
know
every
what I'm
day.
talking about there. Oh, look at these. It's cool, isn't it? For sale as well. It's for sale, Carol. Would you fancy it?
I won't be able to touch the floor.
Let's put the phone number on. Give them a chance to sell it. There you go. Freeze frame that number if you want to buy that Honda. It's lovely. Oh, check that out. Oh, it's a Matisse. Oh, this is beautiful. Two bikes I know well, a Speed Twin and a V4 from Ducati.
Alright, where are you?
So actually it's a lot bigger than I thought this meet-up, because we thought it was just like the one road, which it is, but it goes on for some time and then you get to this area where there's absolutely loads of bikes. I mean, we're not talking Cassington scale, But there's, you know, there must be.
There's
How
a
many
lot
bikes would you estimate, Carol?
I've got no idea.
We're
But
in the
there's a-
thousands, I would say, wouldn't you?
There's a lot of them.
We're in the
Look at
thousands.
this. But we're not too far from Cassington, really.
No, it's probably
some
the same
people-
bikes.
Some people might go to one and the others, you know, all come.
This is obviously the place to park.
Yes, where we should have parked.
And
yeah.
what a lovely evening for it, eh?
Beautiful.
The organisers have definitely lucked out here. It's just a stunning evening for a bike meetup. Well, look at that old Ducati there. Let me show you this. Cool.
Italian style?
Oh yes. There's an awful lot of Harleys here. Where do Harleys come from? You don't see them much, and then you have a bike meet and they're everywhere. Bit of two-stroke action there. Check out this Kawasaki. Look at this. Lovely triple. Last time I saw one of these, it was with Alan Millyard, and he'd stuck another couple of cylinders on it. Now, Harley Davidsons are an acquired taste, aren't they? But check out the paint job on this one. That is beautiful, isn't it? That is beautiful. I show my ignorance at meetings like this because I don't know much about old bikes. If it's before 2012, I know nothing about them. But there's a Ducati here that looks like it might be, I'm guessing, an early Monster. Check that. Oh, here we go. Monster 620. What a thing. Like that. Is there anything you fancy, Carol? I'll ask you again.
I couldn't possibly come.
Fair enough. She's had a few fans talk to her. She loves a bit of fanage, don't we all?
That sounds completely
Well,
wrong.
let's not go there. It's a funny old game, bike meets, isn't it? Because you meet nice people and you have a chat, which is all good, and you'll look at motorbikes and talk about them, what have you. But it's odd because basically you all just ride your motorbike into a field and then walk around looking at each other's motorbike. Nothing wrong with that, not doing any harm, are you? But just the concept's a bit fun. I don't know anything else. Maybe car enthusiasts do the same thing with particular marques, but you know, this is every marque you can imagine is here. And it's just fascinating having a look around. Now that is quite nice, isn't it?
I think I could reach the floor on that one. I might not be able to reach the handlebar.
Honda, it's amazing, isn't it? Who knew?
Big enough seat.
Amazing exhaust.
Yeah.
Right, Carol, you were talking about that low Harley Davidson we saw earlier.
Just look at that one.
Have you ever seen any as low as this? Incredible. Tell you what, it may be low, but it is beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Right, so another bike meet done, and we finish it in the traditional manner. Pizza.
So what a fantastic time we had last night down at Ludgers Hall, or however it's pronounced. We never did find that out. But yeah, hello to everybody that came to say hello to us. Nice to meet you. And what a nice evening it was. With great weather, really nice ride out down there from here as well. Really enjoyed that. So I'm sure we'll be back again next year. So thank you to whoever mentioned that to us in the first place, because sometimes these bike dues can be quite hard to find out about. But anyway, that was the Ludgers Hall one. Alrighty, I think it's probably time to talk a bit about bikes, isn't it? Let's do a bike briefing.
Bike briefing.
Okay, welcome to Bike Briefing. This is the section in the show where maybe if a bit of news has cropped up recently that particularly piqued my interest, and I don't think it can wait till the next bike news, I might want to tell you about it. And one such bike cropped up last week. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the socials and so on, but this is a bike from Suzuki. Now, Suzuki, for me at least, haven't produced too much of note of late. Now, I know that's outrageously harsh. I did like the GSX 8R. Was it the R? Anyway, or maybe it wasn't the R, the non-fared one. But anyway, they've been up to it with that platform once again, and they produced a couple of retros. They're called the GSX 8T and the GSX 8TT. I've got a bit of a press release from Suzuki. Let me just give you some of the highlights while I show you some pictures of the bikes, because I think these look absolutely incredible. So these are Suzuki's new proposal for retro sport motorcycles. They combine the fun and high performance of Suzuki's new 800cc platform with the styling of more traditional models. The new initiative is designed to appeal to a wide range of riders. Well, that's good news. The design of the 8T and the 8TT, as they're called, while paying homage to the distinctive and iconic designs of past Suzuki models, the goal was not to simply recreate the past, but to reinterpret it with modern design touches, combining aesthetic appeal and contemporary styling with the latest technologies. Apparently the T in GSX 8T, that's the one without the fairing, that represents the T500's pet name, Titan, apparently, which inspired the design. The GSX 8TT features a mini cowling that evokes memories of classic bikes such as the GS 1000 AMA racing motorcycle, and I think that bike looks absolutely amazing. Out of the two, that's the one that I'm most looking forward to having a go on. The 8T and 8TT pairs Suzuki's latest high-performance powertrain with its latest platform to deliver a responsive ride with high levels of performance. The 776cc parallel twin double overhead cam engine is known for its strong torque delivery and proven performance in model chassis such as the GSX 8S, that was the one I liked, and the GSX 8R, which I also liked actually. The frame delivers neutral, well-balanced handling, making it possible to enjoy the latest sport bike levels of performance with a more relaxed riding style. Well, I think these look absolutely cracking. What do you make of these? I'll be fascinated to hear in the comments below if you think these are going to be a winner or not. Don't know what the prices are yet, but if they're priced keenly like the other GSX 8 models, then I think these could absolutely be flying off the shelves. So as soon as I get my hands on one, I'll be riding one, or hopefully even both. Alrighty, talking about new bikes, what have I got in the garage this week that I've been doing some reviews on for you? Let's go and have a look, shall we? So, welcome back to the garage, folks, and as you may be able to see, I've got a couple of Triumphs in at the moment for test, and absolutely thrilled to get these in because these are both bikes I've been wanting to ride for a while. As you may be able to make out at the back there, we've got the Scrambler, the big 1200 XE, the top of the range one, and here we've got the 1200 Speed Twin. Let's just have a quick glance at each. I don't want to preempt the videos that are coming up, but let's have a quick look, shall we? Alrighty, here's the big Scrambler then, and when I say big Scrambler, I absolutely do mean big. What strikes you first about this when you jump on it is it's absolutely massive. Now this is the XE. If you remember a few years back, Triumph used to have a bewildering array of acronyms around their Scramblers. There was the XE and the XC, which sounded kind of similar, but X-Ray Charlie and X-Ray Echo. One was more off-roady than the other. They were both very tall, both very blingy. Well, now they've simplified the range. They've just got the XE, which is this one. I think E stands for expensive, although it's the more off-roady one actually, and an X, which is a more on-road one, and is a little bit lower as well, so it's a bit more accessible for shorties like me. But anyway, it's still a beautiful looking bike. They have changed the spec slightly, dumbed it down a little bit, in fact, some might say, in respect of, in some respects. However, it is a lovely looking bike, and it rides beautifully. It's got that 1200cc motor in it, in fact the same as in the Speed Twin, albeit no doubt in a different state of tune. It's got massive travel forks on it, big old chunky forks, and similarly massive travel shocks on the back end as well, and that really nice swing arm on there. It's a beautiful thing. I really like it, but my goodness me, as I say, it is tall. These handlebars, when you move it around, it really is a stretch for me at 5'8". So lovely bike. But, well, let's wait for the review to give you my summary and the more details on that. But that's coming up soon, later in July. And then the other bike that I've got in the garage, as you can see, is the 1200 Speed Twin. Now, I'm a huge fan of Speed Twins because I had the 2019 Speed Twin. I only sold it a couple of months ago. I had that for, well, 6 years, so I know the bike very well, so I was very keen to have a go on this new one and see whether they'd improved it, because I think from a looks point of view they may have spoiled it a little bit. So there's a few little things about it looks wise that I don't like. It's become a bit more modern and less retro, most noticeably things like the forks used to have those gaiters on, didn't it, which made it look a little bit more retro. These are upside down, much more modern, much more chunky looking. The paint schemes are more modern looking now. I'm not too keen on the big 1200 on here, although I like the red, and I'm disappointed to see that there's no longer a hand painted coach line like there used to be on the bike I had. Also, they've got these dimples in the tank now for some extra turning circle, and I don't like these. They always make me think like they've done a bit of a bodge job. The back end, again, new shocks. The suspension was always something I complained about on my bike, so they've upgraded the suspension with Marzocchi all round, but these rear shocks with that piggyback reservoir on the back, again, I don't think it does it any sort of retro favours. And then the biggest downer for me is what they've done to the clocks. Check that out. They've now got that single clock on there. At least it's round, I suppose, but it is a TFT, and no longer do we have the beautiful clocks that we used to have on the Speed Twin. Anyway, that's by the by. The engine and the way the thing rides has been changed as well. So we'll wait for the videos coming up. As I say, later this month, there are videos on both these bikes coming, and I'll let you know what I think, what they're like to ride. So yeah, hopefully that's of interest. I will be getting in soon, by the way, the more expensive brother of the Speed Twin, which I think is called the RS, and which is a bit more blingy. So I'll make a video about whether it's worth paying the extra for the RS over the standard bike as well. So all that to come soon. All right, talking of motorcycles, which of course we always are on this channel, there's one question I get asked probably more than anything else on this channel. We go about answering that.
So the question I probably get asked more than any via my YouTube channel when I ride all the bikes that I do is, if you could only have one bike, what would it be? And my answer has always been the same, and that is BMW GS. And that is because they're just brilliant do-it-all bikes. Not only are they good for going on tours and doing, you know, what they're designed for, the adventure bike riding thing. You could even take them off-road if you want to, although few of us do, of course, because they cost a lot of money. We also haven't got the skills to take a big bike off-road. But they're also fun. I mean, the latest few incarnations, I had the 1200 before this is the 1250, and now the 1300. They're great fun bikes to ride as well. When you get to where you're going, you can really chuck them about. And have some fun on the twisties. And then the other thing that's brilliant about them is you can just ride them and do day-to-day chores on them, which is exactly what I'm doing today. You know, I've got my top box, I can carry a bit of shopping. And let's face it, shopping's pretty tedious, as is doing chores. So if you can do it on a lovely sunny day like this on a motorcycle, number one, you're saving a bit of carbon footprint. Number two, you're having fun as you do your shopping. Anyway, I've got the better type of shopping in mind at the moment, because I'm going to pop into the farm shop just up here, which is an absolute corker. See if I can buy myself a cake. Now normally I'd say cakes for losers, but we've got guests coming this weekend. They're not losers, but they do like a bit of cake. It would only seem hospitable, wouldn't it, to get some cake and maybe even a pie. Let's see what I can find. Who says I don't go off-road on the GS? This is crazy. This is worse than Clarkson's farm, isn't it? Well, not quite, but you know what I mean. Right, this'll do for a couple of minutes.
Right, I've done my shopping. It's healthy stuff only today. I've gone for rather nice fruitcake and some salted caramel honeycomb. Again, not particularly healthy, but nice for the weekend. Anyway, it gives me the chance to show you what I've done with this top box, because when I was at ABR, that nice fella Mark from Leeds said, do I want some top box dividers? And he's made me some. Look, I'll put them in here. Let me just put my shopping in, hang on. So that in there, and that in there. And basically they're just some sort of bits of plastic that he makes custom size for your particular top box. They're all adjustable, and it means you can divide your top box up. It's quite handy, so I can put my shopping there. Down here they've got the stuff that I usually carry, which is sort of a duster thing, microfiber for the windscreen, some cleaning kit, my lock, etc. And it all goes in that little bit there, just keeps everything divided up nicely. So thank you, Mark from Leeds. If you're interested in one of these, I did say I'd give him a bit of publicity for it. And then these are all his details. Pause your video on that if you'd like to get one. I don't know how much sales, as I say, gave it to me for free, so thank you very much, Mark, much appreciated. Right, let's put those all back in there. Back to me next chore.
Right, on the subject of gifts at ABR, I had a bit of a bumper session this time, because it's never happened to me before, but people came up to me and gave me gifts. So thank you very much indeed to Mert, who made me some bread, which was very nice. We enjoyed that with some cheese whilst we were camping in our tin tent. Thank you to Mark from Leeds, of course, the top box dividers. And particularly thank you to the guys from the Shuttleworth connection, who made me some absolutely amazing TMF branded coasters, which I've put in my study. They're absolutely brilliant. And apologies, chaps, but I can't find your contact details. Can you drop me an email? Because I'd love to come down to Shuttleworth at some time and meet up with you, but for some reason I can't find your email address. Drop me another note so I've got it. Anyway, right, onwards. So yeah, that farm shop there, it's a great business. I've lived in this area for, I don't know, 30 plus years now. Almost feels like home. And that little business has just gone from strength to strength. There's also an absolutely amazing cafe there, which I did think I might do a biker scran from one day, but it's quite posh and it's very expensive, so maybe it's not a Jeff and Dan type place. Outrageous thing to say. Right, anyway, next chore, we'll go and buy a card for somebody. It's a very exciting video, isn't it? Seems no matter where you go these days, there's roadworks and traffic lights. Certainly is around here. There normally is a lot around here anyway because of HS2, but there's lots of road repairs going on, which I'm not complaining about. And then just up the main road from Great Bissenden the other day, a sinkhole opened up, and that's caused absolute chaos. And we've had a few sinkholes open up around here, and people have said that's due to the excavation work that HS2 is doing, so that could be true. But anyway, there we go, another story. Alright, it's so nice to be out on the GS. This is such a comfortable bike. I tell you what, saying, you know, if you only had one bike, this would be it. This really is all the bike you need. I mean, I'm lucky and fortunate enough to be able to afford to run a few different bikes, and of course it's handy for my YouTube channel having different types of bikes, and also it depends what mood you're in, doesn't it? But if you just want something that's comfortable, familiar, reliable, practical, this is like the Range Rover of the motorcycle world. But I don't need to tell you that, because plenty of people have got GS's, haven't they? It's all the bike you ever need. Oh crikey, look, 20 mile an hour speed limit into Great Bissenden. Now this is where I often start my bike review videos, coming in here, and I often wonder if that's a bad idea, because I am riding through it around about 20 miles an hour. And what's this advance warning? Road will be closed. Anyhow, check out the white vans, all keeping the British economy going. Good stuff. Alright, I've got to park up round the corner, get my next chore completed, and a few brownie points in the old bank with Mrs. Flyer. Oops, 20 miles an hour I said. See, Great Bissenden Station car park isn't only handy for doing my lugging about tests, also got free motorcycle parking, which is rather handy. Might as well make use of it. Right, speak to you in a mo. So brownie points duly collected. I got the card as instructed, and I accidentally bought myself some sausage rolls, and a pork pie fell into my basket as well. Oh well, never mind. Now, the reason why I mention this is, would you believe how much a stamp costs these days? First class stamp to send that card, £1.70. Absolutely outrageous what is going on with the world. Anyway, moaning over, let's get back on the bike. That always makes me feel better. And I'm feeling better already. Nothing like a motorcycle to take your mind off the bad things in life. And if you're feeling a bit financially raped having bought yourself a first class stamp, jump on a motorcycle. I guarantee you'll feel better for it. What an absolutely corking summer we're having here in the UK this year. I had a feeling in my bones it was going to be a good one. Look at the weather forecast for next week as well. It's looking great.
Alright, so that's it for this edition of Twits. Hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know in the comments below if you like this sort of content, and I'll make sure and do more. If you don't like it, let me know that as well. And because this is like a bonus video that I'm putting up today, I'm going to delay my usual Wednesday upload until Thursday, just to give this video a little chance to settle with the algorithm, that sort of thing. So there won't be a video up tomorrow, Wednesday, but the normal service will be resumed on Thursday, and then Saturday as usual. All right, that's about it then for this time. If you've not been here before, don't be a stranger. Do hit that subscribe button, like, and all that sort of thing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Until then, this has been Mr. and Fly. Cheerio.